Good afternoon, Facebook family and friends. Today it is Tuesday. It's the 9th. Tuesday the 9th of January, the year is 2018. I'm sitting here in my home having a conversation with my mother, and she's going to tell us about what she would do differently. After she answers this question, if you ever won a lottery, what would you do with money?
Well, there's so much poverty in the world, we'd have to share it. I could not. And no way in the world I could keep it to
There was a jackpot for like $500 million. Would you build a homeless shelter, a church? Would you give any money to the church?
I would give some, but I definitely would look out for the homeless. And
you give some money to Creflo. Do you still go to World Changers, Creflo Dollars?
Yeah, I'm a member, but I don't attend now.
Would you donate money to him?
It depends. I would probably would.
So you still like him?
Oh, I love him.
Okay. What would you do differently?
Well, I have to admit, growing up, in the country life and city life is different. You're laid back. You're not seeing a lot of people. You don't know what's going on in the world until you get out into the world, like moving to Georgia, moving to Chicago or out of that area. It's a different life in the city. It's a whole different life. I probably would not have gotten married as early as I did. Probably would have waited for myself to do some of the things that I wanted to do in life. But I'd have to have this mindset. I couldn't have did it without knowing that after being there for so long. You got to learn to enjoy life your own self and see the world and do some things. Probably between the age of 25 and 30, I probably would have waited and get married instead of so young.
You know how old you were when you got married?
I was, I think I was 21. I was in my 20s, early 20s, late teens, early 20s. I can't. That was a long time ago. But I would be more involved. Better education. You got to find your own way in the world. A lot of women are doing that are smart. They're doing some things that they want to do for themselves. And hopefully, eventually, they'll get a mate. And start enjoying life. But I really would have preferred to have waited. To have grown up. Because when you're leaving out of a lot of confusion and going into a marriage, you're taking all that confusion and all that crap with you. Everybody has it. On his side, my side. And so, it's not a good deal. It's not bringing kids into it. And but I'm thankful that I did have a husband, that we got married, and he did provide for it. And I'm thankful for that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very thankful for that.
So, when you look back over the way you raised your children, you're a very disciplined mother. You used to do whippings. That got kind of severe, maybe. Any regrets about that? Because we live in an era now where a lot of people are not spanking their children anymore, not giving them whippings or beating their children. Were you overly aggressive, you think?
Well, I'll tell you, when you're young and children are getting on your nerves, you got all these people, in-laws and all these people shattering your nerves, somebody going to have to pay the price. So when you want the children to be quiet and to sit down, and they were children.
Yeah, but you I would say that you were I wouldn't say necessarily.
I was strict now. I ain't going to tell no tale. I tell everybody know I was strict. That just, when I was raising 6 kids at 9 years of age and on up, they said, they always, whenever they see me, you was good, you kept us in line. And that's what children love. They like for people to keep them in line.
Well, do you think you were so strict in fact that you probably, because that has been part of the tensions that arose between you and your daughters?
Well,
because you had 3 daughters that didn't grow up in your household once they got to 16, 17 years of age. 3 of them. Lisa, Mia,
Jackie. You keep going back to the thing.
Well, we're just trying to
between women. You must understand.
Would you have done anything
You know what?
differently?
There are some
you lost
women
those girls
that
at a
kiss
very
their daughters coming and going, rubbing on their daughters' hair, loving their daughters, and the woman still will turn around and stab them in the back. There is a conflict between mothers and daughters that has been in the world ever since we can remember. Don't mean we don't love each other, but there's a big conflict between mothers and daughters.
Well, I can't read the comments that people have to say about that because I don't know.
There's a big conflict. Look at Olivia. Her daughters don't speak to her either. This is life. There's something, I mean, you can hear it all day long on Oprah
you
show,
and
on
Olivia and other women like that be taking something that's dysfunctional and run instead of trying to correct it? Could you have corrected it?
I doubt it, because it's a part of growing up. It is simply a part of growing up.
But you say it's part. You said that this is women. This is a woman's thing. That women don't necessarily get along with each other, or just a mother and daughter tension.
It's just a tension. It is a part of growing up. Like I told you before, you can go to any bookstore. Mm-hmm. They have millions of books out about mothers and daughters conflicts.
All right, so we were in the movies a few nights ago. We went to go see some crazy movie. I can't think of it. Under the Water or something. There was some sex scenes in that
About
movie.
shapes.
It was, what was that movie?
The Shapes of Water.
The Shape of Water. It was torture to me, but you enjoyed the movie.
Well, it was something that I had never been in. I'd never seen anything like it before in my life.
You never really discussed sex with your children. Any particular reason why?
I guess because my mother didn't discuss sex with me.
And do you regret that?
Yeah, I can't say that I didn't discuss sex with them. I talked about sex, but I mean, maybe you didn't hear, but
did you educate your children on using condoms, birth control?
No, because school was doing it at that time.
Okay. So
they would bring home big boxes, big bags of condoms and all kinds of stuff, and you know it.
Well, shouldn't that have been your duty to handle that, though? Any regrets about that?
Well, maybe that's where the conflict comes in between a mother and a daughter.
About sex?
About sex, about life, period.
What are your thoughts on sex? So you were married. I don't know what your sex life was like before marriage or after marriage. I don't know. What are your thoughts about sex?
Well, from the household that I came from, I guess you're going to have to say that sex wasn't discussed.
Okay.
Just, it was just like, you can't go nowhere, you can't do this.
Different era.
Restricted, we was restricted to the house. So maybe I picked that up from my mother.
Okay.
And so, but sex was never just outright discussed. Sometimes you would.
So you were a virgin when you met Daddy?
I was.
Okay.
Because I was coming from the country. And he saw me and said, you're going to be my wife.
Okay.
He wanted a country woman.
Okay. So, you had never been with a man prior to that. So let me get this straight. So most of your, because I don't know, you have to answer this question because I don't know. Was Daddy the only man you've really ever been with?
He was.
Okay. Unlike these women today who've been with thousands of men.
But you got to remember the house that I came from. A lot of these women are coming from homes where the mother is having thousands of men walk through the door. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever walked through our door. I never saw my mother with anyone else. Yeah, I never saw me with anybody. Mm-mm. That's because I didn't have a bad example. But a lot of these women have bad examples. Mm-hmm.
Because even after you divorced Daddy, you stayed single for years.
Yeah.
Did you ever date?
There was this one guy, but I didn't really like him. I only saw him for maybe 6 months. But after that, for 30 years, I never had any conversation with a man. Mm-hmm. And it didn't, I would come.
Any regrets about that?
What?
30 years out?
I was enjoying myself. I don't know what you're talking about. It was fun in the world.
But you weren't having sex with nobody. You were.
Yeah, but then men admired you, and you go and they talk to you, and they, it was nice. Now, I'm telling you, honestly, that it's truth.
Would you ever wanted the companionship of a man? You were done.
It didn't cross my mind. I was having so much fun.
When you said you were having fun, you were not having sex. You were out. You weren't going on. Were you going on dates or something?
I would just be out, and people would.
Christmas
It was
tree.
nice talking to people, and
That's that tree.
man, folks, I was a very outgoing person. I mean, I had admirers, but I wasn't looking for nobody.
Do you regret that?
Not really, no.
You would not want to remarry?
At that time, no.
Okay.
But I am married now. I hope you know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. So you married that man?
We've been married for over 5 years.
Well, how would I know that you ain't never said nothing?
You think I was going to have a man in my bedroom? And
I don't know what was going on if you ain't telling me. I don't know.
I'm thinking that surely these people know that I would not be.
Oh, I didn't know you went down there and got married. Well, you didn't say nothing.
Did I have to really say something? I mean, don't you know me?
I can't read minds, Mom.
But do you know me?
Yeah, very well, but you should have said something.
Have you ever known?
So when y'all get married?
We've been married 5 years in August.
Oh, I didn't know. This is new to me. This is a shocker.
For real?
How would I know this? I can't read minds.
I know you can't.
I don't really. You have to understand.
Do you know me as a person?
Yeah, but see, I'm out of my business. I don't go around getting into people's business. I know I'm out. You have to understand. My life is kind of busy over here. I got my own issues as I look for the sheriff to drop off more paperwork over here. I got my own drama and issues. I got my own reality TV show. I can't sit around here. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just the idea that here she calls herself a Christian, and here she is. She knows better than the other woman. She laid up with a man all this time.
So what y'all do? Went down to the courthouse and get married?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I did not know. Why didn't you tell anybody?
I figured you all would assume that
Well, look, you can't make assumptions today. I don't make no assumptions until you tell. This is the first I ever knew about this. So you happy that you got married?
Well, it's like a growing up stage for him. He had never been married before.
Mm-hmm.
And men folks, he has 3 children. They live in California.
Oh, okay. How is children doing?
They're doing okay. He has 2 boys and a girl. But
Is he close to him?
not that close.
Okay. So he didn't raise them?
No, the mother did.
Okay. They grew up here in Georgia?
They were in Georgia for a while, and then she went out to California.
I've heard rumors for years that Daddy had children by other women. I know we have Marilyn, our stepsister. Are there other brothers and sisters out here I don't know about?
Yeah. When I be telling you about all these kids and all this stuff, you better believe it.
You met these
I know
children?
how many grandchildren there are. I know how many great-grandchildren there are.
I'm talking about...
I know what you're saying. I know. I understand. But what I be telling people about, because this is the way the world is. I mean,
So Daddy had other children by other women. My father. Well, where are these people? I keep hearing these rumors, but I ain't never seen the actual proof. Is this a rumor or is this factual?
It's factual.
Why is it being kept a secret though? Then?
Me and Jackie knew them.
Oh, well, where are they now?
I don't know. It's been years since I heard anything. These children were little when
And are you sure these were Daddy's kids?
they were.
He had them before you married him, or
Afterwards.
after?
Probably had some before too, but he had to chin Abby up.
Are you 100%? You're 100% accurate about this, right? These are not rumors.
They knew us and we knew them.
Okay. Well, I would love to meet my brothers and sisters one day, wherever y'all might be. I hope y'all win the lottery. Give me a call. But I guess the question would be, well, why? I just don't understand all the secrecy.
Because if you wanted, he would fight. If his sister would say, "That's your sister there next door to me," he would go over there and be really mad with her for saying that. So they couldn't say anything.
He wanted to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Was he raising these children, or
Of course not.
did he acknowledge them as his own kids?
But everybody knew who they were.
Okay.
Because Jackie has a sister the same age as Jackie.
He has a daughter the same age as Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's interesting. Any other things you want to add to this video? We got 15 minutes, about 10 minutes left.
Well, all I want to add is that it is very important that the blacks become a community again, loving one another, helping one another, trying to save our communities and save our children. I think that things have gone south for us, and we need to get it back together. We need to come together, see that our kids are well educated. The school system has to be held accountable for our children. We can no longer allow another generation to grow up and not be educated, because we see what has happened to a couple of generations that the parents stopped attending to. We can't be, if you're not capable of raising children, you should not have any. You don't just go out and have children and then be stuck. You got to give up 100% to those children. I don't care if you whip their butts. I don't care what's going on. 100%. Loving them, training them, educating them, giving them a Christian background. I don't care what the world say. I look at people that walk around afraid to mention the name Jesus to their children. That child is going to be in big trouble.
Should children be indoctrinated into religion? If Jesus exists and the Bible's real, can't they just find them on their own?
No.
Does that mean indoctrinated into? They have to be
That's
brainwashed into believing this?
It's like going to school, Walter. When you go to, we keep you at home and that you sit in the corner and you don't know how to read and how to write and how to function out in the community. It's the same way with the name, with fellowship with the Lord. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be held accountable for what you don't do. Look at it. Look at the generation. Look at what's happening in the world. At least you got something. It might not have been bona fide or, but you know the Lord's name. Mm-hmm. You were there. You were there. Like you said, 5 days, 4 days a week or whatever. Because we did our studies at home, So it was a lifetime. It's in here. It's in here, no matter what.
Do you miss Gary, Indiana? Or the community that was there in Gary?
I miss the community that we all were raised in when we all were coming up.
It wasn't bad, huh?
It wasn't.
In comparison to today?
Yeah.
It was a good community.
Yeah.
I think Gary gets a bad rap. Or a bad reputation compared to what I remember about Gary.
Oh, it's different when we were there. When you all were growing up, totally different.
It was a great city.
Nice neighborhood.
Yes, beautiful. I have to agree.
Fathers and mothers in the house.
Every house.
It was a whole different show.
What happened?
It started crumbling.
You haven't seen this documentary about Gary. It's called Stagnant something. I've posted about it before. I have to show you this interesting documentary. Do you miss the Gary, Indiana area, Chicago?
I do. Would
you ever rather move to Chicago versus Atlanta? So we can go back.
Well, it's hard to start over. I'm not really, don't have that many friends here. I'm not settled here. But
you didn't have very many friends when you moved here.
Huh?
I said when you moved here in 1988, you didn't know anybody.
These people don't embrace strangers. Everybody I talk to say, "You're not from here." But that doesn't mean that I'm not human. Just because I don't talk like you talk. Embrace people. I mean, what do you know that I didn't bring to the community?
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for doing these videos today. We're going to do some more every Tuesday. We have the time to talk about this type of stuff. We'll find some other topics I want to go into. Anything else you want to add? You got about 5 minutes left.
No, I think that I appreciate you asking me to come and sit in this. And I do want to be helpful to the community. I'm not here to down anybody. I have no problem with a baby as long as you dedicate yourself to it. You got to be totally dedicated. You don't run out and get 4 more children. Mm-hmm. If you have a child, dedicate your life to it. Because it will be grown and go about its business.
But also get married.
Oh, yeah,
If possible.
That's one of the biggest things.
If possible, get married and maybe go into the military before having children.
But it comes with education. You know what you're talking about. We have to educate. We have to educate. Every segment of our lives, we have to be educated on them. Even the mother and daughter thing, it's a part of education. We've just accepted it that, oh, well, but that doesn't have to be. It should be a grand occasion. Some mothers and daughters love each other, get along real good.
You live in Georgia. They offer free education for senior citizens over the age of 65. It's free at the local colleges. You ever thought about going back to school? Won't cost you nothing.
Well, the thing of it is, I don't want all my time taken up.
There's a couple classes a week. You don't have to take. You don't have to do a full.
And where is this at? Because I could.
All over the state of Georgia. Any public school, any state school or university, you can go for free over a certain age. I don't want to say 65. I have to really check.
So some of these older women that are coming out of school with their diplomas and all that.
They have free education.
I didn't know that was free. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah,
but that somebody did 95, 80 hours at a woman. She was real old.
I saw that recently. They're in Georgia. I don't know about other states. Have you ever considered it? Now that you know, would you do something like that?
I'd have to think about it.
It's available.
Over what age you say?
60. I want to say 65. I'll check into.
What about somebody? Now I have my diploma. What about somebody that don't have?
No. This is not for. I'm talking about not high school diploma. I'm talking about college degree.
I know. I'm just saying, will they accept a person? Everybody. I have a high school diploma, and you gotta have that to go. I don't want to.
Yeah. So yeah, you can. I'm assuming you have to have a high school diploma or at least your GED.
And I did have 2 years of community college.
Yeah, you can go to school and you can go to Georgia State or wherever. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. I
noticed that a lot of mature women at a certain age are doing that, but I thought they were paying for it also.
No, it's free.
Wow.
That's free over a certain age. I don't know if it's 62 or 60. I want to say 65. I'm not too sure.
Wow.
Anyway, we're down in about 2 minutes left. Anything else?
I've enjoyed this, and I hope that the public enjoyed it. I hope, that we didn't offend anyone. I really hope that, because I want this to be a friendly thing, a helpful thing.
Educational?
Yeah, very educational.
To help people.
Yes, I'm not here to offend anyone. That's not my, share my experience, and maybe they'll share, like we're sharing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they can grow from and learn from you. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, so we're out of here because Mama's got to go someplace. It's now 3 o'clock. It's 3:19. And today it is Tuesday. Tuesday the 9th of January 2018. We'll be back again next week. On Tuesday, we'll shoot some more videos about some other topics. I'm going to get some topics they're different. We can go into any of this, the conversation to have about gay people and the issues that are taking place with gay folks. We can talk about some of those problems or issues. I just want to get your opinion, though. We can discuss that next week, though.
Okay.
But we're about to get out of here. It is Tuesday, January the 9th. The year is 2018. My name is Walter Lee Hampton II, and this is my mother, Alberta Hampton. My mother's 70. I'm 47. I'll be 48 this year. You'll be 71 this year? Okay, so two different generations. Different worlds we grew up in.
Of course.
Different thoughts, different opinions.
I don't know about different thoughts or different opinions. I think that basically it would be impossible for us to be around each other and not have, because I have no problem with your thoughts. I mean,
some of the stuff we agree with on. We just have similar thoughts, but not everything. You're a religious person, a Christian. I don't believe in any type of religion. Christ-like. I don't believe in any religion. Period.
Every man the Bible says believe in, but they just.
Oh, I don't.
Well, you'd be surprised at what the word says.
Well, we're down to a few seconds. I'm out of here. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. I'm gonna post these. Sit here and spend the next 3 hours posting these videos. We're out of here. You guys have a good day. We'll see you later.
Thank you.